Hello, today is November the 28th, 2020, and I'm going to be reading on Steve Mnuchin and his desire plan to put $455 billion of relief money out of reach for the next administration. How nice of him to take what is probably our own tax-paying money and make it not available during a pandemic, because it's could be quote unquote better put elsewhere when we have 13 million people in the United States today, the tally. And this is not apparently important enough for 55 billion. Imagine what $55 billion could do for our nation during this time. It's really an insult and a slap in the face to the medical people that are trying to fight this, to the rest of us whose money that there has gone into this, that they won't even protect us with our own funds. It's disgusting. What will happen with that? What will happen with the funds and Steve Mnuchin, whatever. I can't be bothered to say his name. Oh. Again, I'm going to read in pairs. We have the Four of Cups. This is the waiting thing. This is them, I believe, trying to delay and frankly dampen the joy of the majority of Americans that have voted his little gang out. Just nasty. Petty feeling off of that card. This is the Eight of Wands, and this is the activity. This could be the transfer of the funds that he wants to hide, or putting it out of our reach. They can also indicate sudden activity with regard to it. So there's been a holding period. It looks like we've been waiting here, and then we get a card of activity. So we'll have to see what that's going to be. Here we have the Magician. We have him using whatever tools in his toolbox he can use to make it difficult, to manipulate. We get the Nine of Hazards in this case. Now let me just see, that's probably Earth, right? Let me just double check. This is the zombie deck. Okay. Well, that is the Nine of Earth. So that would represent well-being. And to me, this is him taking that money, this is that money, and manipulating. Like the tarot sometimes tells you what you already know, and you're like, okay, yes, I know this, but tell me what's going to happen. All right, so we're tracking. I believe he will get active on that shifting of funds. But let's just see what comes up. Temperance. This is calling for balance. The universe is saying they don't like what he's doing, because there needs, look, that's even like vaccine looking. And look, oh my gosh. So the universe, I couldn't have picked probably a better deck. Though this kind of has that element of the vaccine and germs and balance, it kind of does speak to the pandemic, and that we need temperance. We need this fund. We need these funds. And there needs to be the proper balancing. There needs to be somebody properly able to release these funds. So I'm going to say, without a doubt, the universe doesn't like him doing this. Not just us, the universe, seriously. Because that's who I am talking to, basically, when I'm asking for information. Here is the Hermit. This to me is us in quarantine, because we'll be in quarantine longer until we get the right balance. A vaccine, people wear their masks, do what they're supposed to be doing. The problem is we've got a lot of people that don't want to do that. Oh my goodness. Here's the Queen of Swords. Yes, this deck has a sense of humor. She's holding some sort of automatic. She's ready for those zombies. This is the Zombie Tarot again. It's a pretty cool deck. And she falls under the Magician. So she would be likely an air sign, or a woman that is like Kamala, that has that law, intelligent, take action, no nonsense attitude. And I am wondering if this will not be her, but let's just carry on. And we get the Ace of Swords. There's clarity. I believe this female here, whoever she may be, she may not be somebody that I'm aware of, may not be Kamala, but I see a woman here that's just not having this. Just not having it, because we have the quarantine, and she realizes that there needs to be a certain balance, there needs to be certain funds available medically for what's going on right now with this quarantine. And I believe somehow she is going to either free up or come up with, or demand, I don't know, but there is going to be the line in the sand will be drawn. There will be clarity with this woman. She will come to the forefront and demand this relief money. Now, I know Pelosi has been back and forthing with him. It could be her, but it could be somebody else. And she's not playing. Girlfriend's not playing with this magician who does not have the better concern for the society, which is, Steve, Mnuchin, whatever, jerk. And judgment. He will get what is coming to him, my friends. This is the universe letting us know he's gonna, because this is the future point. He will get what's coming to him for this. The society will become more angry, because when we go here, us waiting, we need this help, these funds, this balance, and because it's because they're going to fight so hard to keep it from us, they're going to give themselves their own black eye. Because this winter, folks, it is going to be bad. And it's going to be bad in certain places, especially where people really don't want to wear the masks, and you have more people of that mentality, which is foolish. And that's also what this card says. What you choose to do will decide your fate. If you don't choose and act responsibly, it's going to matter. Here we have the King of Pentacles, which is also in this deck hazards, but the King of Pentacles. This is Mnuchin. Though he is the Secretary Treasury, right? He's also on the cusp between Sagittarius and Capricorn. This is him, and he's going to be judged for what he's done. For doing this. During an epidemic, no less. Ooh, Three of Swords. This will cause more sickness to happen. It is going to cause more heartbreak, but it's also going to cause, finally, him some heartbreak. And this lady's going to serve it to him. And this is going to have to do with making choices. The choices he's made. And the partnership, who he's aligned himself with, I see here too. There is going to be, he's going to be put in a very uncomfortable position into the future this winter, and especially in December. I think we're looking at some spiking or something here, because we see this woman is able to turn her sword of justice, her sword of revealing somebody for who they are, and with regard to for this money, she makes it clear that she's just going to be able to make this guy look so bad. There's going to be so much pressure on him because people will be sick, and there's, I feel like, a great deal of outcry with that Three of Swords. It's very painful. But I see also for him, I'm feeling like this could also, I'm getting a flash also, that in the future his marriage might be in trouble too. Ooh, okay, wait a minute. I gotta clarify that. I just got the insight of maybe his wife cheating on him. But this is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. And he will, as far as this money goes, it will create a problem. And I think maybe in where his relationship is for some reason. And definitely partnerships, it could affect his marriage. Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. Fighting. These are he's going to, I think, also receive a lot of flack for what he's, I think, going to do. I think a woman's going to fight him every step of the way, or women in power will. I do think that it's going to be one of those things, unfortunately, where we will see people struggling, and especially our medical. It might be also the outcry from hospitals and doctors about this, that we need this relief fund opened up now. This partnership. It's very, it's just, to me, it's going to expose that what we already know, that he's partisan for doing this. This is nothing to do with anything to do with all at helping anyone. It's hurting us. Hurting us. his choice to be loyal to his Trump pumpkin rather than to the people. And he will pay for it. He gets the judgment card. Now, that also signals to me the universe is saying, I'm going to sort him out in ways that you can't imagine. And this to me could be anger as a result of more people getting sick, the quarantine being extended because people don't want to wear a mask and they want to resist common sense. The Chariot. And the Seven of Wands. It will leave them scrambling, but I do see some movement forward or progress, but it's going to take everything they have to throw at them to get this money. It's going to require a lot of pressure to get it loosened up and moving. They're still going to be playing games. You can have this money, you can't have that. I'll give you this much. They're still going to be going back and forth with this, playing these damn games. And up to the point that they have to walk away because a new administration is coming. They are basically lighting the place on fire and abandoning us. This is the abandonment card. So that tells me we're going to have a fight on our hands with this money until, we get them out. And even after we get them out, it's going to be a back and forth. And they're going to be playing games. Until they can't, until they have to walk away. They will lose more people, by the way, when they do this, I feel like, too. The support that they had, that might be a really finally significant aspect for some other people. It will be, unfortunately, to have to personally pay the price and see that they've supported people. Although we all know there will be people that will pay the price and their family will still be in denial and they would be to their last breath. We can't sadly help them. So I think he's going to hold those funds. He's going to make it hard. He's going to play games. I want to see a little bit more with what goes on after, with that abandonment card. That to me would be the new administration coming in and they got to kind of walk away. King of Wands, Five of Swords, man that feels defeated. I believe that's probably Trump. Feels like it's futile. It's a big baby, yeah? Shows that, doesn't it? Justice coming for him. I think it's Trump. Yep. And Mnuchin. I think he too will be in trouble. But because he partnered with Trump to do this, allied with him, it's going to matter, and it will be held against him in a future, I think, because I am asking on Steve and that money, and it's going to look bad on him and Trump. And I believe there will be legal consequences because it was negligent in a pandemic. This is people being sick and the pandemic. Emperor, likely. Well, we'll just put it here. I think this is Trump. This is indicating this is Trump's behavior and his cruelty, just to be cruel. It will be brought before, I think, a judicial situation. And I believe it will be shown to be wrong and cruel because this is a pandemic. It's an abuse of power. 10 of Cups, King of Cups, 5 of Wands. This is him fighting the new administration. No kidding. Especially the fact that I think he's really starting to feel, I know we were reading about Mnuchin. I think we got him. But the cards want to talk a bit about Trump. And they're talking about Steve's alliance with him. And they're showing Trump wanting satisfaction because he's no longer going to be in the spotlight anymore. And this is making him really butthurt. And he doesn't want to have to face justice. So he is trying to stall and put this off and be petty and cruel and horrible. He doesn't care that the rest of us have to pay for it. And with our health, with our lives, with any misery or suffering, does not care. I see a king. This is Biden. The people like Biden. And Biden will fight for us and fight him. But he's also in competition now with Biden. Here, this is also a very competitive card. He's making it personal. Because Biden's getting all this love. He knows deep down inside that the people are already wanting him gone. He's an unpleasant footnote. 2 of Wands, yes, it maintains a personal power struggle, or this is, again, that 2 of Pentacles, this 2 of Wands, and that, again, there's that back and forth type of energy with this card too. There can be, if it's hostile. Nine of Cups. Well, there's going to be a lot of these little games is what I'm getting. That he's going to play through the people that he has in his administration that can, and I said this before, but I'll say it again because I'm seeing it. He's going to play these little games, put money that hurts the public. He's going to take it out on us, and he's going to take it out on the next administration. And they will have to come up with ways to get what we need. And I believe that they will. They will. But Trump is going to put up all kinds of hurdles and obstacles in the way of Biden being able, and his administration of being able to function. And they'll have to undo these knots or go around them and create something new. So that's what I have for you on Mnuchin. And he will, by the way, be held, I think, to, because I did get my legal cards in there, to some sort of a legal consequence in the future. Because it does have the Judgment card, and even if he doesn't get any kind of great earthly justice that he should, I can tell you, when you get that Judgment card, the universe will make sure you pay one way or another. And so, I hope you all are well, and I'll see you in the next video.